arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart, arms by the sides. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart, arms by the sides. One more time. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart, arms by the sides. We're going to widen our stance and then turn the left toes towards the left, back toes in slightly, coming into warrior two. Engage the core, engage the back leg, keep the arms nice and strong, keep the shoulders down. Now reach that left hand forward, plant the forearm on the thigh, take the other arm up and over for Parsva Konasana. Keep the chest nice and open. Come back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, parallel the feet. Let's do the other side. So the right toes point towards the right, back toes turn in slightly, coming into warrior two on the opposite side. Engage the core, engage that back leg. Keep the chest nice and wide. Arms are strong. Now start reaching with that right hand. When you can't go any further, place the forearm on the thigh. Take the other arm up and over for Parsva Konasana. Getting a nice stretch through the side body. Come back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, parallel the feet. And then you're going to take a deep breath in and then exhale, fold forward towards the mat, finding Prasarita Padottanasana. Adjust your feet if you have to. Try to keep them parallel. Walk those hands in line with the feet, walking them back a little. Relax the neck. Engage the legs. Feeling a nice stretch through the inner legs and maybe even the hamstrings. Keep breathing nice and long. Next inhale, come up with a strong core. Heel toe the feet together, and you can jump the last part to come back into Tadasana. You're going to have a strap handy and separate the feet nice and wide and parallel. And you're going to have the strap behind you. Take a deep breath in, engage the core, come on down into a Prasarita Padottanasana modification with the arms up towards the sky. Keep those legs strong as you fold forward even more and send those arms up towards the sky even higher. Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears and keep breathing. Engage the core and come on up with a strong core. Heel toe the feet together and jump the last part. We're going to come into Parsvottanasana. So you're going to stand in Tadasana with the strap behind you. Take your right foot back 2 or 3 feet. Both legs are straight. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, fold, keeping the core nice and strong. Sending the arms up towards the sky. Getting a nice stretch through the side body on either side and the hamstring of the left leg. So try to keep the torso parallel to the ground and take the arms up towards the sky as high as they'll go. Engage the core, and then come on up. Take the right foot forward to meet the left. Back into Tadasana with the strap behind us. Now we're going to take the left foot back 2 or 3 feet. Take a deep breath and engage the core. And then fold forward. Trying to keep the torso parallel to the ground. Getting a nice stretch along the side body on either side. And you're going to try to take the arms up towards the sky. Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears. Opening up the chest, keeping the neck relaxed, the shoulders relaxed. Getting a nice stretch through the right hamstring. Engage the core and come on up. Take the left foot forward to meet the right. We're going to come into Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So you're going to wrap the strap around the ball of your right foot as you stand on your left foot. Keep the core engaged, keep the chest nice and wide. Lift the leg as high as it will go. Try to engage both legs. Breathe nice and steadily. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Now lower that leg, release the strap, and let's move on to the other side. So wrap the strap around the ball of the left foot, placing all your weight into the right foot, keeping that right leg strong. Lift that left leg up even higher, open up the chest, keep breathing nice and deeply, engaging both legs. And then slowly lower and release the strap. Let go of the strap. Stand in Tadasana. Find Tadasana at the top of your mats. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Walk the feet back to plank pose. Find your Tadasana here. Engage the legs. Inner thighs are spiraling up towards the sky. Engage the arms. Tilt forward and lower as slowly as you can all the way down. Chaturanga. Keep the hands where they are. Inhale, Cobra. Keep the pelvis on the mat. Lift the chest. Getting a nice stretch through the upper thoracic area. Push back up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here, finding your Tadasana. Next exhale, walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart, arms by the sides. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, walk the feet back to plank pose. Keep that core engaged. Legs are strong. A few breaths here. Lower Chaturanga as slowly as you can, all the way down. And this time, interlace your fingers. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. And then inhale, reach the heart forwards and upwards, finding extension in the upper thoracic area, in the upper spine. Release your hands, bring them underneath the shoulders, push yourselves back into plank, and then downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. In down dog. Next exhale, walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart, arms by the sides. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Walk the feet back to plank. Couple of breaths here in plank pose. Chaturanga all the way down. This time you're going to place your forearms parallel to each other on the mat. And again, find extension in the upper thoracic area. Engage your legs here as well. Engage the core here as well, protecting the low back. Getting a nice safe back bend. Curl the toes. Come into forearm plank. Keep those legs engaged. Keep the inner thigh spiraling towards the sky. Keep the chest nice and wide. Keep the arms engaged. Start moving the hips up, coming into dolphin pose, variation with the forearms parallel. You can walk the feet a little bit closer towards the arms. Keep that spine nice and long. And then drop the knees and take a child's pose. We're going to interlace the fingers and come into dolphin pose variation with the fingers interlaced. Keep those legs engaged, keep the arms engaged, walk those feet a little bit closer if you can. Keep breathing nice and long. Try to keep the spine nice and long. Then you can drop the knees and take a child's pose, releasing the hands. Nice. Push yourselves up into downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Arms by the sides. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Walk back to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra if you'd still like to do cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up behind you with control. Plant that foot between the hands. Drop the left heel, coming up to warrior one. Trying to square the hips, trying to take that left hip forward. It won't go very far, but we do our best. Keep the shoulders down, back leg is strong. Keep breathing. Don't forget to engage the core. Next exhale, find your plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up behind you. With control, plant that foot between the hands. Drop the right heel, foot's at an angle, coming up to warrior one on the other side. Try to square the hips, trying to bring the right hip forward. Keep the chest nice and wide. Keep the back leg strong. Arms are engaged. Next exhale, find plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here in down dog. Walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart, arms by the sides. Now make sure you have a strap. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up behind you. With control, plant that foot between the hands and find your warrior one, just like we did before. See if you can grab the strap, have it in your hand ready to take it behind you. Deep breath in, holding the strap, widen across the chest, and as you exhale, fold into your humble warrior, taking your arms up towards the sky. Opening up the chest, opening up the hip. Come back up with a strong core. Release the strap. Come back to warrior one on an inhale. Exhale, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up behind you. With control, plant that foot between the hands. Drop the right heel, coming up to warrior one on the other side. And have that strap handy. Take it behind you, holding the strap with both hands. Widen across the chest as you inhale. Exhale, fold into your humble warrior, into the space to the right of that left leg. Taking the arms up as high as they'll go. Opening up the hip, opening up the chest. Now with a strong core, come back up, drop the strap, inhale to your warrior one, exhale, plant the hands, find plank, chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, exhale, downward facing dog. Few breaths here in downward facing dog. Drop the knees and take a child's pose. Balasana. When you're ready, push yourselves back up into downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up behind you. Now take your right knee and right foot forward, finding your pigeon pose. You can scoot the left knee back a little bit. And if possible, you're going to try to take a hold of your left foot with your left hand. You're facing forward, getting a nice stretch through the quads, through the hip flexor. Opening up the chest. There's a little bit of a back bend happening. Keep breathing, nice and long. Pigeon variation here. Release the foot. Come back to your downward facing dog. And let's do the other side. You're going to lift the left leg up behind you, and then with control, bring the left foot and the left knee forward. Finding pigeon pose on the opposite side. And if you can, place your hand around your right foot, getting a nice stretch through the knee, the quad, the hip flexors, and even getting some extension in the upper back. Keep the chest nice and wide. Try to face forward as much as you can. When you're ready, release that foot and then come back to downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here in down dog. Next exhale, walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart, arms by the sides. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Come back to plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up behind you. With control, plant that foot between the hands. Coming up to crescent pose. The feet are parallel, the back heel is up this time. A couple of breaths here. Then you're going to lean forward, finding your warrior 3, keeping the standing leg engaged. Engage the leg that's up in the air. Try to get it horizontal. Keep those arms up, horizontal. Keep breathing and try to keep that left hip down. Come back to your crescent pose. Find your plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up behind you. With control, plant that foot between the hands, finding your crescent pose on the opposite side. Keep that back leg strong, keep the core engaged, shoulders down. Now when you're ready, you're going to fold forward and come into your warrior 3 on the opposite side. Trying to get that right leg horizontal, the arms horizontal, and that standing leg vertical, engaging both legs. With control, find your crescent on an inhale, and as you exhale, plant the hands, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop the knees and take a child's pose. Push yourselves up into downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up behind you. With control, place the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Drop the left knee. Relax the toes. Take that foot even more to the right and come onto the outer edge of the foot, bending the knee to the left a little bit. Drop the forearms, interlace the fingers, coming into lizard pose, and feel free to lift that left knee if you'd like. Lots of options here. You can keep the knee down, you can even be on your hands instead of your forearms. And then when you're ready, just reverse everything to come back to downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up behind you with control. Plant that foot on the outside of the left hand. Drop the right knee, relax the toes, and take that left foot out even more. Come onto the outer edge of the left foot. Interlace the fingers with the forearms down. Lift the right knee as an option, coming into lizard pose on the opposite side. Keep breathing, nice and long. And then come on out of the pose, coming back to downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Hop the feet forward a little bit, coming into malasana, just a squat with your feet firmly on the mat. Now if you have trouble doing this, you can always roll a blanket underneath the feet, underneath the heels, if you can't get your heels down, but try not to be on your toes here. We want to be relaxed. Getting a nice stretch through our knees, maybe our quads, opening up the hip even more. All right, our peak pose today, Bakasana. Now come up onto your toes. You're going to try to get your knees as close into the armpits as possible. They'll be somewhere on that arm. And then lift one foot and then the opposite foot. Keep that core engaged, arms strong. Keep breathing. Crow pose, Bakasana. Now you can come out of it the way you came in or jump back to Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here in down dog. Drop the knees and take a child's pose. You're going to sit along the long edge of the mat with the legs wide apart, coming into dragonfly side bend. It's the only yin pose we'll do today to get a nice stretch along the side body. And you can work on your meditation for a couple of minutes. So you're going to place your right elbow on the right thigh, the head cradle with the hand. Take the other hand up and rest it on the head gently. We'll just be here for a minute or so, getting a nice stretch through the left side body. Carefully come on out of the pose and then bring the legs together and just windshield wipe the knees to the left and right, neutralizing before we do the other side. Place your left elbow on your left thigh, cradle your head with your hand. Take the other hand up and over, place it on your head gently. And we'll be here for about a minute or so. It's a great time to find some quiet and stillness as we loosen up some connective tissue in the body, especially in the side body. You might be feeling other areas as well, so just let gravity do its thing here. Carefully come on out of the pose. Again, bring the legs together, knees bent, and windshield wipe the knees to the left and right. You can even move your neck around a little bit if it feels a little stiff or needs neutralizing. Now have your legs straight in front of you. Bend your left knee and place the sole of the left foot inside the right leg. Deep breath in, exhale, fold towards that straight leg, and if you can wrap your fingers around your toes or just have your hands anywhere along the leg that's accessible. You can also use a strap. Janu Sirsasana. With each inhale, lengthen the spine a little bit more, and as you exhale, fold a little further towards that straight leg. Getting a nice stretch through that hamstring. Come on up. Straighten both legs again. Bend the right knee. Place the sole of the right foot inside the left leg. Exhale, fold forward, and same thing on the other side. So if you're able to grab your toes, that's great. If not, just rest your hands wherever they land along the leg, or they can even be on either side of the leg on the mat, or the ground rather. Keep breathing nice and long. Lengthening the spine with each inhale, and as you exhale, see if you can hinge forward, fold forward a little more. And try not to round the spine, try to keep that spine nice and long. Come on out of the pose, straightening both legs. We'll bend the left knee again. This time we'll take the left leg across the right leg, and then we'll take our left hand behind, and then see if you can wrap that right arm, hook it rather, onto the outside of the left thigh, and twisting towards the left. As you exhale, see if you can twist a little further, and as you inhale, see if you can lengthen the spine a little bit more. Come on out of the pose, nice and carefully. Straighten both legs, bend the right knee, take that right leg over the left leg this time. Place the sole of the foot on the floor. Take that right hand behind, and the left arm, hook it to the outside of the right thigh if you can. You're twisting towards the right, deep breaths in, lengthening the spine, and as you exhale, twist a little further. Come on out of the pose carefully, and this time we're going to place the soles of the feet together to come into Baddha Konasana. Deep breath in, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold forward towards the feet. Deep breaths in, hinging, folding a little further with each exhale. Carefully come on out of the pose, bring the knees together, and then make your way onto your backs finally. Hug the knees into the chest, and then Rock here from side to side. You can even make circles with your knees. You can change the direction of the circles. You can even play with the size of the circles, massaging out the low back. And then grab your toes with your thumb and peace fingers. Coming into happy baby pose, you can rock here from side to side if it feels good. You can even try rocking backwards and forwards, getting a nice massage along the spine. Whatever feels good here. You can even try straightening the legs. All right, hug the knees into the chest one more time. Squeeze into a ball. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, release everything down to the mat. Getting ready for our final pose today, Shavasana. No more heavy breathing. No more engaging any muscles. Just try to relax all your muscles. Release any tension in the jaw or the forehead or your shoulders. Relax your arms all the way down to your fingertips. Relax your legs all the way down to your toes. Trying to find some stillness, some quiet. Try to find something to focus on. It could be your breath, could be any noises around you, any sounds. Could even be a mantra that you want to repeat over and over again. Whatever you need to stay in the present for the next 3 or 4 minutes in Shavasana. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing some life back into the body. Maybe sway your head from left to right a few times. Take the arms overhead and behind you. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms. Take a deep breath in and a nice long stretch. Exhale, bring the arms back and roll over to your right side, making a pillow for your head with your arm. With your eyes closed, if you can, push yourselves up as slowly as you can, coming up into any seated position. Spend a minute here just in contemplation. Also being mindful, trying to stay grounded, trying to be in the present. Next, inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. And then 1 last time. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Keep your hands at your hearts. Bow your head just a little. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Lift your heads back up. Open the eyes.